Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Kelvin, your host of Situations, the podcast.
And I'm your co-host, Miss Deanna. What's up, y'all?
How everybody out there doing today? Deanna, how you feel today?
I'm okay, and you?
I'm pretty good, pretty good. How was your Thanksgiving? Did you eat a lot?
I did.
Yeah. Okay. Well, as you may know, that we do have a guest today.
Yes.
Young lady that I thought was fitting enough and deserving enough to have a spotlight on the platform today. So,
Okay.
without further ado, let me give her the introduction that I know she so well deserves. Okay.
All right.
Okay. Today we have the honor of sitting down with a truly inspiring individual whose journey is captivating as the art she creates. She's a model who redefines the beauty standards, an exotic dancer who exudes confidence and empowerment, and a musician who pours her heart and soul into her craft. Her story is one of resilience, creativity, and breaking barriers in the industry that's often so demand, but yet little, but yet little room for individuality. I'm sorry. Through her work, she challenges societal norms, embraces her authentic self, and inspires others to do the same. Beyond the spotlight and the stage, she's a visionary and a force to be reckoned with. So please join me in welcoming someone who embodies courage, artistry, and ambition. A woman who wears many hats and wears them all with grace and power. Let's dive into her world and uncover the layers of her incredible journey. Help me welcome the one and only Nikki Smokes.
Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Nikki, how you doing today?
Pretty good. How are you?
I'm doing pretty well. How was your holiday?
It was really great.
What did you do? Did you do anything special?
Yeah, I ate a lot just with my family.
Oh, okay, okay. Well, I think we all pretty much, ate too much, and probably are you
Right.
still eating Thanksgiving dinner right now?
Yeah.
Okay, okay, good. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna get this train rolling. Okay, so I'm gonna begin with some introduction and some background. Okay,
Okay.
can you walk us through your journey and how did you break into the modeling, exotic dancer, and being a rapper? How did you manage to combine all three of those into one?
So when I first started dancing, I had always been interested in rapping also, and then I realized, like my rapping and my dancing would really blend together. And
Okay,
now I have blended them together and I dance to my own songs and it just really flows together everything.
okay, okay. So how long have you been dancing?
About 3 years now.
Okay. Do you enjoy dancing?
Yes, I love it. Absolutely.
Okay. What about your music career? How long have you been doing music?
Yeah, I started doing music really professionally about 2 years ago.
Okay. Okay.
And I love that. I would definitely pick music over dancing any day.
Do you foresee yourself continuing to dance, or how long? What's your longevity? How long do you think you'll be before you retire from dancing?
Honestly, I don't think it will be that long. I'm not trying to have it be that long. It's really great for right now, but once I get myself 100% financially stable, there'll be no reason for me to be dancing anymore.
Okay,
Right.
that's a good way to look at it.
It is.
Um, with the dancing, I'm going to touch on the dancing for a minute. With the dancing, are you the type of dancer that only performs in the club, or you are the type of woman and dancer that goes outside of the club?
Well, I actually have an X pole, which is like a portable pole. I invested a lot into it. Um, so I actually am accepting private bookings
Okay.
so I could dance outside of the club.
Okay. Look. Okay, there she goes. She's back.
Okay, so with that, have you had any outside bookings yet? And if so, do you have like security with you? Like, how do you keep yourself safe?
Yeah, if I'm ever doing well, the only bookings that I've done so far have been with like party promoters and like people that I've already been going to their events for a long time.
Okay.
Like Zaza Palooza, I actually have a fashion show coming up with them. Um, but yeah, if I ever did like a bachelor party or something more private, I would definitely
Right.
bring my own security.
Okay.
Okay, that's good to have,
Yeah,
especially when you're dealing outside of the club.
absolutely.
Oh, what inspired you to embrace such diverse careers, and how did you connect? How does they connect in your life?
Well, I really myself have been striving to be my own boss and kind of like have my own business going. So, that's what really pushed me into all of this. But and then I just connect them all because all of my businesses they connect on their own really.
Okay.
They all
Okay.
work together.
Okay. Okay. All right. Good. So let's touch on some industry perspectives. What are the biggest misconceptions people have about exotic dancers, and how do you deal with the stereotypes?
There's a lot of them. A lot of people just assume that we're just, like super easy and that we're all just sluts but that's really not true. And I try and combat the stereotypes as much as I can. There's a lot of stereotypes on us.
Right.
Um, but at there's a point where you have to
Okay. It look like she's.
what everyone else thinks, honestly.
I'm sorry. Say it again. It's like you froze up a little bit.
Yeah, you just have to get to the point where you don't really care too much what everyone else thinks.
Okay. Okay. Um. Okay. I mean, I can see what you mean when you say that. So, how do you balance the artistic side of rapping with the visual storytelling of you being a model?
So I feel like I do that a lot through my music videos. I like really be modeling in my videos and I always try and plan them out a lot and I try to have them go with the song as much as I can.
Okay.
Okay.
Any new projects that we can be looking for, or that we should be looking for?
Yes, I'm actually about to drop a song. It's gonna be called Bad Bitch. I'm doing a video to it. It's definitely a stripper vibe song. So I'll be playing it in the club.
Okay. Okay. So, challenge. Let's talk about challenges for a second. You know, you being a woman and navigating three industries often dominated by different kinds of pressure. How do you deal with that?
It is really hard, especially being so independent. Like I don't have a manager that's really running anything for me. The main manager that I do have that honestly really helps me deal with everything and I honestly would not be able to live without my chat GBT. big shout out to ChatGPT because I do use it every day, honestly.
Right, right.
Mm.
Well, yeah, I'm definitely a fan as well. You know, I'm a fan of ChatGPT for sure. Okay. So, let's talk about empowerment and identity for a second. Okay. How do you maintain the confidence in self profession where appearance and perceptions are heavy scrutinized?
Yeah, no matter what, dancing has really taught me this 100%. It doesn't matter really what's going on. You gotta, even if you have to fake it, you have to walk into every room as your most confident self. Always walk up with your head high, and
Yes.
just know deep down that like you're that bitch.
Right.
Right.
Okay. So that's how
I got a question.
go ahead, Theon.
So when you're at work, with the dancing, have you had any encounters where maybe some other dancers or women were jealous, or you know how things can be sometimes when women are in the same place and it's kind of like competition or whatever. Like, how do you deal with that?
Yeah, there definitely is some pretty intense competition in the club. It's
Hmm.
like so many dancers, and a lot of the
Right.
times it's a couple guys in there, and there is certain customers that other girls will get really mad at you for like talking to, or like if I go into the
Hmm.
room with them, and then they just get really jealous a lot of the times, and you just have to realize that, well, like me personally, I try really hard not to ever get jealous over a customer. Like the
Right.
customers in the club are supposed to be free game for everybody. um
Right.
yeah, but I just really, like, if another girl is wanting a customer that I'm with, honestly, a lot of the times I'll just let her have him.
Right.
I'm not gonna fight over a single customer. I'll be on to the next one real quick.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you have a lot of do you get a lot of hate in the club that you work at?
No, honestly, in the club that I work at, there's definitely a couple girls that hate on me, but overall, I see so much support and love from all of my coworkers, everybody in the club. They all really love my songs, and I feel like I'm really supported. I really don't have a lot of other issues with anybody in the club.
Okay.
That's good.
Good, good, good. Well, I know in that business, I know it can be vulture. It can be like dealing with vultures when you're
It
dealing
is
Right.
with
like
the strip club
so
industry,
100%.
right? And so
Mhm.
I know how that can get. It can get feisty, you know, especially if you're in that club and you're making a lot of money and no one else is really making the money that you're making, and they
Right.
have the tendency to get jealous and envy, and now they want to start, you know, the chaos.
Yeah, it helps now because the main club that I work at now, at Atlantis Gentlemen's Club, it's like very, very big club. It's like very, very fancy. So there's not really any fighting going on or anything. It's like
Okay.
very high class. We have to really act classy.
Okay, good, good.
That's good.
So let me ask you this: how do you use your platform to inspire other models or dancers or whatever other professions they may be pursuing? How do you use your platform to help those people?
Yeah, I always support all other models and everything. I actually have a couple group chats that I've made with a lot of models that I have, and I try and send them out as many opportunities as I can.
Right.
So I really try and share all the opportunities that come with me.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I try and give everyone a free chance. I'm trying to really share the love as much as I can. And I pretty much just do me, and I try and really inspire people through my songs, and a lot of the times even my pictures, just like the quality and everything, people will be like they really start to see that things are getting really professional,
Right.
and and they and they're inspired by that.
Okay. Okay. Well, one thing for certain, when you're dealing with quality, when you're dealing with quality anything, that makes people want to pay a little more closer attention to you because they see you serious about your craft.
Right.
Whether it's in your music, whether it's in your photos, or whether it's in your video production, quality means a lot. And if you take that perception and continue to thrive with that, always deal with someone that's going to give you the best quality. You'll get a lot. You get further in life, doing it that way.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about your music for a second. Can you describe your creative process when you're writing or either recording music?
Yeah, I really honestly like to be really in the vibe. I like to be writing it, like if I can, in a studio, or I like to have a lot of my really creative friends around me. So that way, if I do come to a writer's block or something, they can
Right.
Right.
immediately push me right through. And so yeah, and then there's like, I don't know. A lot of the times writing this, but I try and keep it all around like very positive messages, and like the main thing when I'm when I'm writing my songs, I like to imagine that I am talking, like my audience is like a customer at the club. So
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm trying to make everyone fall in love with me, just like my customers in the club have fallen in love with me.
Okay. Okay. It makes sense. It
Yeah.
makes sense. Um, so with that being said, how does your music reflect your personal experience or the stories you want to tell?
Yeah, especially with the dancing too. I like to keep my music like I basically play my music in the club a lot of the time, so that's why I like to currently right now while I'm dancing, I like to make clubs that I can dance to, that I can play in the club, and I like to put my personal experiences into my music, into my lyrics, and I just like to keep my songs very personal. I
Okay.
want you guys to get a real insight into my life just by listening.
Okay. Well, that kind of leads into the next question because my next question to you was, what message do you want your audience to take away from your music?
Yeah, I want the message to be very positive and like uplifting. Um, just to get money and be your confident self and know that you're a bad bitch.
Okay.
And as far as your image, like styling clothes and all of that, um, do you come up with your looks like after you're done, creating the music and stuff like that? To just know like how you want to look to go with the song and everything like that, or the video that you're doing.
Yeah, I try and plan my videos as much as I can. A lot of the times, even in my videos, I will wear like a stripper outfit or
Okay.
something. Yeah.
Okay.
And now is that how all your videos are going up here?
Not all of them. Only if the video is like very stripper. Like only if it's a really stripper song. Like I have another song coming out, Nikki. It's gonna be like a lot of fast cars and everything in front of Chase Bank. So for that, I would probably go for something like more casual, but still very
Right.
flat. Yeah, I like to go a lot in with the accessories.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
So let's talk about the cultural impact. Do you feel your work as a dancer and a model influence how people perceive your work or your music?
Yes, I feel like 100%, and I kind of like that because like I want to advocate more for the dancers. Because like I said, we have a lot of stereotypes on us, and I want to make the stereotypes more like just better. I don't know. Like
Right.
strippers are bad bitches, not sluts.
Okay. I noticed that most dancers that I know and most dancers that I've dealt with or even had on the show, they kind of have the same perspective and the same mindset of some of the things that you're saying here today. So I guess you guys are um I can say tuned in that dancer world.
Yeah, we definitely are.
Okay. So let's talk about your personal life for a little bit. And I want to know, how do you manage to maintain a work life with such a demanding career?
Um, well, I feel it's like I definitely do a lot of work from home, especially with modeling and everything. I'm constantly editing pictures and yeah, I guess it is a lot. But I don't really have kids. I really only have my dog. So my dog is a lot easier to take care of. I just take her out all the time, and she really helps me ground myself and like connecting with nature is like a really big thing because like it's just so drastically different from the club environment, and then you like
Right.
put yourself into a natural environment and it's like
Yeah.
it's really, really, really nice to just reconnecting with nature really helps.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Nikki, I want you to walk us through a typical day for you. What's a typical day like for you?
My typical day, I would honestly, a lot of the times I wake up pretty late just because I'm always out all night. So I wake up and the daytime is really like where I just get stuff done. That's when I'll really work on just like editing pictures and just running errands, taking care of my dog all day. I make sure my dog's taken care of. And then by the time it gets nighttime, that's when I will either go to the club or I'll go to the studio or be going to my events. I do a lot of stuff really in the evening. Um, so it just really depends. On my days off, I'll go in the studio, or if I have extra time during the day, that's when I'll be really writing my songs and um, just running errands and stuff.
Okay. So, dealing with your career, um, what has been the most difficult moment in your career, and how did you overcome it?
Um, there's definitely a lot of difficult moments, like when you're when at the club, like in the VIP, a lot of the times, like people will be wanting too much, and you really have to just pass the time any way that you can, and really finesse, and then um, yeah, that's like the main thing.
Okay. Okay. So when you say you working in the club, you say finesse. What do you mean when you say finesse? Are you trying to be slick, or are you trying to I mean, when you say finesse, tell me your definition of finesse.
Yeah, so I would only finesse a customer that's really not taking no for an answer. Um,
Okay.
if you're not taking no for an answer, and then it really does, it just gets to the point where I just gotta pass this 30 minutes by. So then it's like I'll just really try and just a lot of the times I'll just talk to you and I just start making jokes and everything, and I really try and lighten the situation up.
Right.
Okay.
Okay. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
So rejection and criticism in an industry that is so highly competitive, how do you deal with it?
Yeah, you definitely, no matter what, any dancer, you're gonna go past so much rejection, and you just really have to keep in mind that each no gets you closer to your next
To your
yes.
yes. Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And it's never, you can never take anything personal, even though a lot of times, like, customers might say something that really hurts your feelings, that really hurts you deep, but you just gotta be like, you're just a customer at the club, you know? I'm sure they have stuff that bothers them just as much. Like, we're all human, honestly. So, and it really
Exactly.
doesn't matter whatever your flaws are, whatever you're insecure about. You're still a badass bitch at the end of the day. So,
Right.
and you shouldn't be. It goes back to not really caring what anyone thinks, also.
Right. Okay.
That's what I was gonna say. They right there in there with you. They keep coming
Yeah.
back, so they like something there.
Apparently it's something they like.
Right.
You're now watching Situations the podcast with the one and only Nikki Smokes.
Okay. What advice would you give an up and coming model or up and coming dancer about the industry moving forward?
I feel like I would definitely put them on to ChatGPT, and I would show them a little bit about how I use ChatGPT.
Okay.
Because that is like a major thing that really.
And like she froze up here for a second. Give me 1 second, everybody. I'm sorry about the technical difficulties here. Okay, Nikki, you back?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead now. Say what you were saying.
So my advice to like a new model or a dancer, I would say like definitely teach them about ChatGPT and how I use that for my career. And I would definitely, especially if you're a new model, I would show you how to really navigate on Instagram a lot of the time. That's how I connect with other models, and then that helps me connect with other photographers. That's how I get a lot of the photographers that I shoot with.
Okay.
Um, and that brings me a lot of opportunities, and yeah, I would just kind of help them out, put them on to some of the opportunities that I've got too.
Right. Absolutely. So, what qualities do you think are essential to succeed in a multiple industry such as yourself?
Definitely confidence is a huge one. And ambition, because at the end of the day, when you're your own boss and you're running your own kind of business, everything is on you. You have to want this. You have to want to keep leveling up. You have to have ambition.
Okay. And so let me see. So the ambition. Let's talk about the ambition part of it. When you say you have to have ambition, what roles are you? What are you doing to maintain that ambition? What are you doing to um? What am I? What are you doing? Basically, what I'm trying to say is, what are you doing to sustain that ambition?
Well, I just really keep thinking about my end goal, where I'm trying to get to, but at the
Okay.
same time, I don't put any limits on myself. So my goal is like up in the sky, and I'll never stop. I will never stop trying to level up even when I'm at the top. I want to see what's beyond the top.
Right. Okay. All right. I can respect that. Okay. Let's talk about your legacy for a second. What legacy do you wish to leave behind?
I definitely want to be seen as um yeah, I want to inspire a lot of other girls in the industry. I want people to be listening to my music way after I'm gone. Um and I just want to keep inspiring everybody. And I just want to be like really almost like a sex symbol.
Okay. So when you say sex symbol, who do you idolize? Who do you idolize in the industry that you would want to be considered a sex symbol?
I've got to say Kim Kardashian. Um, Even Mia Khalifa. She's just so well known.
Okay.
Um, Even Ice Spice as a rapper.
Okay. So how do you see the intersection of art, fashion, music? How do you see that being able to evolve?
I feel like it's evolving really, really amazing. Like this fashion show I'm about to go to, we're gonna have a lot of artists there. Um, and it's gonna be fashion and also I'm gonna be performing my raps. I'm gonna be doing a music video there too, so you guys can like look forward to seeing that. But it really does. It all blends together. Like you can
Yeah.
put dancing, art, fashion, everything into a music video or anything. I don't know. It's just like all super creative stuff and it definitely can blend together in a lot of different ways.
Okay. Well, Deanna, you how do you feel about that, Deanna? Do you think um the music and the fashion, all they can go hand in hand? They can go, you can work as one.
Absolutely. I mean, because even with her, they're gonna see her first. So that's where the fashion comes in. At if she's recording her song, that's the music they're gonna hear. And then as far as the art, if she want to incorporate her dancing and stuff like that, I mean, she would be doing that in the music video. So it definitely all ties together. It would just be her making sure, her image is she's looking amazing, and it all ties in together.
Right.
That's the only thing it would be. I think sometimes we see people how they're dressed, and we see music videos, and you be like, that don't even go with that song, or
Right.
why
Right.
did they wear that for that particular song? So just making sure everything is complementing each other well, but they definitely all go together.
Okay. So, Nikki, let me ask you this: what what keeps you motivated?
Well, just like my overall dream. Like this is my dream come true and I just think of all the stuff that could come from it. Really being at concerts and seeing all my fans like in the crowd reaching up at me, singing my songs. Every show that I do motivates me so much just seeing the outcome from it.
Right.
Um, and also even just my dog. I'm just like trying to make a real life for myself, accomplishing a lot of my goals. I'd really like to travel around. Like I just have so many places that I want to take this. And so I don't know, I'll never give up.
Okay. Well, that's what I want to tell you. Don't ever give up. Don't ever close the door on your dreams. You got to keep dreaming. You got to be a big dreamer.
Right.
Yeah.
Because eventually, something positive will happen for you. And,
Absolutely.
and I'm definitely a big believer of that. Okay, hold on one second, everyone.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm the one and only JT, and welcome to Situations, where we dive deep into the real, raw, and often complicated realities of modern relationships and life's curveballs. With your host, Kelvin, and co host, Thiana, and with each episode, we tackle everything from love, trust, and betrayal to empowerment, resilience, and the psychology of attraction. You're not just listening to a podcast. You're joining a community that keeps it 100% real. So whether you're tuning in to get advice, learn from real life stories, or just to vibe with us, get ready. This is Situations, the podcast.
Okay, Nikki, how do you define success?
I feel like success is defined by um not just money,
Okay.
but like it really depends what your goal has been. But like success would be reaching your goals, helping people, inspiring people. It can be a lot more than
Connections you
just,
make with other people, good quality
yeah.
connections.
Mm-hmm.
All that can be tied into being successful.
Yeah.
Okay. What are your biggest influences, both in life and in your career?
Um, yeah, I feel like I don't know. Ice Spice has honestly been a pretty big influence for me rapping. Um, and Nicki Minaj, just like even Cardi B. I really like Cardi B, how she was also a dancer and then she like turned into a rapper. I'd really like to make a song about her.
Right.
Uh, and like I like a lot of small rappers like Keem Beezy. That's another one of my, and like OT7 Kwani, like rappers like that really came from just like the bottom. Like they're known for their talent.
So that just lets you know anything is possible.
Yeah.
Right.
Everything is possible because like you said, Cardi, she came from the bottom. She definitely came from the bottom. She sits high up on the top now. So if I say
Yeah.
you got to keep striving and keep pushing and don't ever close the door on your dreams. You have to continue to work hard and continue to strive. If there was
Yeah.
one myth about you or about your work, what would it be?
Um, Probably that I'm just like that I'm really easy, that I'm like a slut. Cause I do definitely put my body out there a lot. Like when I'm modeling and everything and dancing. I'm really out there in the field, but I don't feel like that makes me a slut, just showing off my body. I'm not really like giving it to anybody, you know?
Okay. All right. I just for to say, are you promiscuous with it, or are you just
Mm,
doing it you're doing it for the look?
yeah, I'm definitely not as promiscuous as a lot of people probably think that I am.
Okay. All right. Well, that's good. That's good. Okay. What is one thing about you that will surprise the audience? Tell us something about you that you think that will really shock us.
Um, Probably I don't know. A lot of people are shocked at my face tattoo. That's like kind of a big thing that I've done, or just the fact that I'm like such a big animal lover at the same time and have so many animals. I have like a pet snake.
So what all type of animals do you have? I seen a cat earlier. So you got a cat
Yeah,
and a
it's
dog. What else?
cat, dog, and a little snake.
So how do you wait a minute now? How do you juggle a career like yours, you rap, you model, you dance, you have a
Right.
dog, you have a cat, you have a snake. How do you find time to maintain everybody?
It is a lot, but like I said, I usually save my daytime for my pets, and I like really take care of them during the day.
Okay.
Um, and but it definitely does give me a challenge because I would like to travel so much, and it kind of is hard to travel with all my pets, but I just find someone to come and watch my house while I'm gone.
Okay. All right. Hold on 1 second, everyone. Stay tuned.
Looking to boost your brand? Advertise with Situations, the podcast where real life stories meet real time conversations. Reach engaged listeners and grow your business today.
Okay, Nikki. It was a pleasure speaking with you today, and we greatly appreciate you being on the platform today. Um, I got one question for you. Are you a 50-50 woman? I just have to. I just want to know. When I say 50-50, you know what I mean when I say 50-50, right?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Um, Honestly, I would not like to be a 50-50 woman. Of course, like, I would really like to be provided for, but I definitely have done 50-50, and I don't know, I don't really like that. I really don't. I feel like the woman deserves more than 50 for sure. Like, I feel like the man should be providing.
Okay.
Um but it really just depends. Like, some if you really love someone, sometimes it's not going to be 50-50. Sometimes no, sometimes if you really love someone, even the woman will have to do way more than 50, just depending on like the situation, how it's all going. So I feel like it really depends at the end of the day what percentage you're willing to put into someone and how much you really love them.
Okay. Well, I kind of agree with what you're saying to a certain extent. I do, but this is 2024 now. Times are hard. A lot of people are struggling, male and female people. The struggle is real. To
Yeah, this is
uh,
true. And you have to be very careful that people don't just use you if you are willing to give more than 50%
well, that's true
or
too.
even
But
50%.
yeah, that's true too. But you have to understand one thing too, though. It takes two. It almost take two incomes to survive. A one income household is tough. It's really tough.
Yeah, this is very true. And that's what I'm saying. Like, if you really love somebody, then you're gonna have that second income and you are gonna do that 50-50 if that's what it comes down to, you know? Or if you really don't love them that much, you're gonna go find a new dude that is gonna give you more than 50.
Now, I'll say with the 50-50, sometimes men just be looking at the income. Like, are you going 50-50 on washing the dishes, doing the groceries, cooking, getting the kids? Like all that's 50-50. Because if I'm providing half of the income and I still have to do all this other stuff, that's not 50-50.
Yeah, that's 100% true. Also, you have to put that into consideration for
So,
sure.
Tiana, your 50-50, you want it to be right down the middle.
I'm just saying that's not me doing 50-50, because if I pay half of all the bills and then you just get to relax after that, that's not 50-50.
Right. Okay. So you want them to
I'm
wash dishes. Okay. I can
You see
see
what I'm
that.
saying? I'm
I can see
still,
that.
you worked all day and I worked all day. So if we both come home and just sit on the couch and say we done for the day, then what else happens with the house?
Right. Absolutely. I mean, like I said, I can see that. For any man that's not washing dishes and taking care of the house, making sure the house stay clean. I have an issue with that. I can't see it no other way. I mean, because if I see the dishes in the sink, I'm gonna make sure I
Right.
get the dishes clean. Or put them in the
Yeah, but if
dishwasher, one
it's
of the two. I
Because there's
can't.
been a lot of
I
videos
wouldn't
that
just
I've
let them
been
sit
seeing
there.
online where people are married and like the man, it was a man, he had his two kids and he was like, he's been a single dad for 8 days. Like he's had the kids by himself. But he had been married, over 8 years or something like that. But the wife been having the kids every day.
Right.
And you're saying you're exhausted from just 8 days. That she maybe got a vacation or finally got a break. You see what I'm saying? It's like she still had to do all the cooking, cleaning, working from home, taking care of the two kids. You still want her to keep herself together and all that. And you just get to go to work and come home and chill out. That's what
Right.
I'm like, that's not 50-50. So if we're gonna say 50-50, we're gonna have to define what the 50-50 is for me.
Okay. That's understandable. I can see that.
Yeah,
I can see
especially
that.
with kids, people will try and put a lot of the responsibility on the woman every time.
Right. And
Okay.
it's like we both had these kids, or we probably decided we want to have kids together, or, for the woman, I can't get my own self pregnant. So you're just as much as the responsible, have to be responsible for the children because you're the other half of them. You're the other 50% of them. So, are we going to be working together?
Right. That's understandable. I mean, both of you guys have good points, and I can see where you guys are coming from. But reason I asked you that is because society today has really, really taken a turn because we got a lot of women out here that's talking this 50-50 talking about,
Right.
a man, she want the man to do this, want the man to do this, and want the man to do that, and he should provide, he should do this. And then you ask, okay, well, if he doing all that, what do you bring to the table?
Exactly.
What does the woman
Yeah.
have to bring to the table? You want the man to provide everything, then what does the woman bring to the table? And
And that's what I'm saying.
the first thing they say is, I'm a cook, I'm a clean, he got good sex. But no, good sex don't count. Because we can get sex anywhere.
You
Sex
can
can be
get sex in,
provided
but
anywhere.
right,
So
but it may not be good though if you're getting it from
well,
anywhere. We ain't gonna
you're
say
absolutely
that.
right. You're
We
absolutely
ain't
correct.
gonna
It may
say
not
that.
be good.
We ain't gonna say that. You going out there playing Russian roulette now. So
Right.
I just think it depends on the people because even if you saying you pay the mortgage and I do pay everything else and then I'm making your lunch for you, if I know your back hurting, I'm scheduling massages or I'm giving them to you. Giving you manicures. I'm rubbing your head. I'm rubbing your feet. Like all of that. It's a lot of women don't do a lot of those things. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Right.
like I'm doing all that and I'm still keeping myself together, still keeping it spicy, wearing trench coats and all this and that. How could you complain? Like,
Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of guys out here too that really want princess treatment, and yeah, I don't know.
I wouldn't really consider it princess treatment because if I got a man and he been working hard all day, if he say his feet hurt, I mean, why wouldn't I rub his feet for him if I love him? So
100% there. But I don't know. There's a lot of these
no,
men that aren't too hardworking that still want the
you're
princess
right.
treatment.
You're
Right.
right.
Right. Now I ain't finna let y'all sit up here and double team me now. Like I ain't a man. Y'all ain't finna double team me.
No, but I'm not male bashing.
No,
I'm saying
I'm just joking.
I'm trying to meet you where you at. You know what I'm saying? Like, or if there's an error, you might have forgot something. And then here I am, oh, don't even worry about it. Cause you're like, oh man, I forgot and I'm like, I took care of it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, so you can't really put no definition on saying 50-50 because we all get exhausted. We're all human.
Right.
We all want to
Absolutely.
break. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because
Right.
sometimes in a marriage or a relationship, it's like when a man say he going out with the gas, he just get up and go. When the woman say she want to get up and go have a girls' night, he don't even want to watch his own kids, or she have to find her mom or somebody else to get a babysitter for her to even go out. That's not 50-50.
You're right. You're absolutely right. I agree with you 100%. Agree with you 100%.
So I
Okay.
think if it's just open communication, and people both sit down and express each side of, what they're looking for, or when situations come up, you just have a discussion about them and get an understanding. I think that's cool.
Right. Right. Okay. Well, Nikki, is there anything else that you would like to share with us today while we have you?
Um,
And
no, I
okay, go
think
ahead. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
no, I think you guys got a real good scope of me. Just thank you so much for having me. I really
Uh,
appreciate.
no problem. No problem. We just continue to, continue to work hard because, over here, we treat everybody like family over here. We want everybody to win. We're not
Right.
gatekeepers over here. We show love over here. We want you to succeed. We want you to be the best version of you could possibly be. Okay.
Right.
So, um, any encouraging words you would like to leave our viewers?
Yeah, just always be your best self. Don't let anybody else drag you down. It really doesn't matter what other people be thinking about you. You're a you can be a rock star too, just as much as me. And you can be a bad bitch too, just as much as me. Keep following your dreams.
Right. Okay. I will tell everybody where they can find you and where they can find the music and when is the next project due to come. That way people know how to get in contact with you if they're interested.
Yeah, so my main platform would be my Instagram, Princess Smokes, TikTok, Shorty Smokes. My Twitter is a little bit promiscuous. XOXO NIXXX. And my music, you can listen on all platforms: Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music, SoundCloud, literally all platforms, Tidal, anything. Um, and my rapper name, Nikki Smokes, of course. So you can just find me on pretty much any platform.
Okay. All right. Great. Great. Okay. With that being said, Thiana, I would like for you to um, give us a few closing remarks. Tell everybody who you are and where they can find you.
I'm Thiana. You can reach me on Facebook, Thiana Chester. Instagram is Thiana. Uh, you can email me or DM me a message about styling, singing, music, all that good stuff. I really just want to piggyback off Nikki, and her coming on here, giving us information and insight about who she is and her platform and what she does. But it was like throughout it all, I was so impressed by how she was saying like everything that she's learning and dealing with and doing and navigating through to be successful, and it looked like she's doing a pretty good job at it, is how she helps other people.
Right.
So I would just say, like, keep inspiring others and don't gatekeep on information or holding the door open for the next person coming behind you, because we all are out here. Life is a learning experience. Nobody just woke up and you're just great at everything. You still had to go through a door to have a little more experience than what you started from. So just hold the door for that next person.
All right. I like that. I like that. That's real. That's real shit right there, Thiana. I appreciate that. And once everybody, I'm Kelvin, your host of Situation the Podcast. You can catch me at Situation the Podcast. You can also catch me on our Instagram at Roy Divas Mad. But most importantly, I ask you guys to get over to our YouTube channel at Situations the Podcast. Make sure you hit that like button and make sure you hit that subscribe button, because once you subscribe, you become family. Okay. So once again, I want to say, Nikki, I appreciate everything that you've shared with us today. I appreciate your story. It was definitely inspiring. That's the reason why I wanted to have you on. That way you get a chance to tell your side. That way it won't be no misconceptions, and people that know the real you because it's coming from you. Okay. So with that being said, give me 1 second. Let me do something here, and then we can conclude today's show.
Okay.
You are now watching Situations the Podcast, where nothing is off limits.
Thank you guys for tuning in to today's show. We greatly appreciated it. We look forward to seeing you next Sunday for another amazing episode of Situations the Podcast.
Okay, everyone, that's going to conclude today's show. I want to say once again, thank you to Nikki Smokes for being our guest today. I appreciate her being open and honest as she was. And we look forward to seeing you guys next week. Peace.
See you next week.
Bye.